Okay, as you can see, we've got the new bellows in there, and these are half rings. Like I said, they've got little indentions on here that actually put pressure to seal the bellows in place. I know my motor is going to be mounted here, so I just had to have my bellows armature in line with the cam on the motor. There's no tools required to put this in. All you do is you seat it around the actual bellows. You can see that I've got my seams on both sides here, and you kind of set it in place and give it a tap with your hand, and it should fall into place until it's flush all the way around. I did remove the gasket, so I didn't actually damage that, so we'll go ahead and once again give it a good spray here inside the bellows, the armature, and on the O-ring again. We just want, this system's dedicated to a soft rubber application to create the vacuum. It's one of the few, it's one of the least, how should I say this? It's one of the marine heads that uses the least amount of moving parts. It uses vacuum to move waste from point A to point B, thus only using a little fresh water and a lot of vacuum to move it all the way to this point, which is the front of the pump. And then from this point, as it's creating the new vacuum for the next flush, it's actually moving the waste through the hose system in the direction the captain has chosen. So you can see we've got that in place. And while we had it off, I went ahead and mounted the motor, which is just a series of 4 screws mounted on the existing top. This motor is a horizontal application. The other one was at about a 45-degree angle. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and set this on top. I've already got my O-ring here. Matter of fact, I'm going to take that off and put it on the pump or on the bellows itself. To make sure it's seated properly. And there we are. Now it's seated properly. Now when that lid goes back on, it should pinch that gasket in place. Just be ready with your lid screws. And I do recommend, you can take them off by using a hand drill, but I wouldn't recommend putting them back on with a hand drill. Pretty much just use a screwdriver. And it's going to give us just a little snap once it's in place. There. Did you see that snap? Of course, the true test will be, let me just get a few screws started. The true test to be is when we pull a vacuum with the system. You want to get a couple of screws started because this is a heavy motor and it will unseat itself from that gasket. Okay, so I got 2 of the 8 started. They're not all the way torqued down. I'll do a series of torquing. And these screws can be tedious.
noticed that.